So I'm Chris Bierhaus. So I'm the farm manager here at Miers Farm Corp. I've been here for a little over 5 years. The Miers Farm started in 1824, so we're on going into our 202nd year of operation, with six generations before us. Here on the operation, we've been using John Deere equipment for quite a few decades. We are 100% John Deere now, with every piece of equipment that we're owning. In the last couple decades, we've been implementing all of the technology that Deere has introduced to us. We've been very early adopters of a lot of the startup technologies. We were one of the first operations to use the AutoTrac GPS guidance. That has evolved into us using literally every single piece of equipment or every piece of technology that Deere has to offer for us. Whether it be now we're using See and Spray on our sprayers, we're using the full autonomy package on one of our tractors, down to we're still using the AutoTrac, and we're using machine sync for our combines to run the grain carts. Kind of everything in between of that. With all those technologies, probably one of our favorite ones is the machine sync. That allows us to run the grain cart from the combine. We're able to sync the two up with each other and have a perfect unload every single time. And while that kind of seems a little mundane at times and a little extra, we really see it as a building block for the future of being able to be autonomous on this farm. Probably one of our most productive pieces that we've come up with on the technology side is the full autonomy options on our 9RX tractor. It is our primary tillage tool in the fall. We do a lot of our wheat tillage with that, so when we sow our wheat, we're using our vertical tillage to put that in. This year we used a 2660 vertical tillage paired up with the 9RX to be able to do that. The autonomy technology, we were a little leery on how much time it was going to take away from us to be able to operate this machinery and to implement that technology here. But we were very, very satisfied with how little time that we had to put into it. So I mean, it really was within the second day we had turned it on and left. I was running the tillage tractor from the combine, which makes us so much more efficient, profitable. With the See and Spray, to be able to spot the weeds that are out there, the weed pressure that's in the field, and only spray that weed. So we can have an efficiency map at the end of the application that actually shows what products we actually put down, and it'll show us the cost savings. Instead of putting it on the entire operation, you might only do 70 or 80% of it. So you can get a 20-30% savings. So with the Exact Apply setup on this sprayer here, that saves us so much time with being able to run straight over our waterways. Anything that's not with the boundary, I can't even put a number on how much that saved us there. The other day I was running it, and we're running, between 180 and 200 acres an hour with this, which brings our cost per acre way down and makes us way more efficient. The data that we're getting out of these is helping us make so many more decisions, to where we can take all of that either from the monitor or go straight into Operations Center. We can take all of our totals. We can know exactly, to the gallon of how much product we need to buy, to the ton of how much fertilizer we need to get. We're using that data with all the different aspects of those maps to be able to make real-world decisions on what we're actually doing with our equipment and what the next steps are for us. Like on the planters, we can do anything from downforce to ride quality, to singulation, and know, hey, do we want to upgrade something on this planter? It helps us make our decisions a lot easier with having that real tangible data in front of us. We do a lot of trials and research on this farm, where we're using a decent amount of different products. We can come back here and we can compare the two different, either whether it be applications, tillage, whatever we're doing, we can come back here and compare it directly to the yield, and then that helps us make decisions for the next season of whether or not we're going to be using that product or not. This right here is a game changer with the RDA. We're able to access the monitor. The biggest part of, the biggest help on that is that you don't have to physically be there at the tractor anymore, or whatever piece of machinery it is. You're not having to spend the time to drive to that machine, get up in the cab, and fix the problem. You can do it remotely from literally wherever you're at.